What is up, guys? Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm going to be doing episode 2 of the Chaos Galaxy universe lore. Episode 1 got a really good response, and if you haven't seen it already, there'll be a link in the description below because this follows directly on from that, and if you haven't seen that, then none of this will make sense. I'd highly recommend you check that out before you watch this video. I'll do a quick recap before I get into this chapter though, but for now, this is the Chaos Galaxy trading card game, Chapter 2, Deep Space Discoveries. So, previously, millions of years ago, a giant star which exploded into a supernova released a handful of mysterious crystals into space. These crystals or jewels were spread all across the universe, but 5 of them, which were in close proximation, began to collect rock and space debris over time, causing them to grow to the size of planets, which created a new small solar system, which is what's now known as the Chaos Galaxy. Meanwhile, another jewel in the far reaches of the universe mutated and developed a consciousness, and after some time drifting through space, the now living crystal abomination, which is known as Omnius, drifted into our galaxy of 5 planets and began to see what its powers could do. So that was a quick recap from Chapter 1, but now for Chapter 2, Deep Space Discoveries. Once Omnius entered the galaxy of 5 planets, having floated through space for thousands of years, which was pretty boring, it was fascinated by the beauty and complexity of the jewels, but at the same time, the planets were empty, and although most of them were perfect environments for life forms, they had no sentient life on them. And Omnius could sense the other crystals inside the planets and felt a connection between the jewel inside himself and the jewel inside the other planets. And the largest planet, which was the second closest to the Sun, covered in rocky mountains and deserts, was the most developed planet at this point, and it fascinated Omnius, almost as if the jewel at the planet's core was calling to him. And so, drawn to the jewel at the centre, Omnius conjured up all of his energy and reached into the planet, right to the core, and using his powers, Omnius tore off a shard of the planet's jewel and combined the shard with his own life force. He used the rock, dust and sand from the outside planet as a vessel for this life force, creating a being with the essence of the planet Barrow itself, although it was made in Omnius the Abomination's image, holding this shard of the planet in its crotch, apparently. And so begins the story of life in the Chaos Galaxy, but it came at a cost. The power needed to create life was so immense, it destroyed Omnius, shattering the jewel at the core of him and flinging his body halfway across the galaxy, where the remnants of his body and the rest of his unstable, damaged core created a terrifying, violent environment in the form of a never-ending storm. And full of debris and energy, this storm came to be known as a new 6th planet in the galaxy, which today is called the planet Roka. And the all-powerful, million-year-old abomination was dead. Pieces of his shattered core were scattered across the galaxy, thrown onto all the surrounding planets, which in time would also create more beings on those planets, but we'll get back to that later. But back on the planet Barrow, Omnius' living creation, the Rockman, who was quite humongous by the way, but not very ancient at this point, was just left to wander the deserts of the planet alone for years. And as he grew older, he grew wiser, and he built himself a settlement on the planet, and he just waited, because he knew that one day the other pieces of Omnius' core would evolve and spread more life across the galaxy. And sure enough, he was right. As he grew ancient, becoming the humongous ancient Rockman, he learned more about his planet and the other planets and life itself. And as this happened, more simple beings began to evolve from the remnants of Omnius all across the galaxy on all the other planets. Pieces of Omnius' core on the fire planet Chaos combined with the fiery heart of that planet's core, creating at first very simple organisms, but with burning power in their souls. And the shards of Omnius' core on the water planet of Pelisium gave life to basic sea creatures, and Gaios and Barrow the other planets in the galaxy too. The place where the most life thrived, however, was the planet Syndius, located directly in the middle of the galaxy, and it was the most hospitable of all the planets, and supported the most life forms of all by far. But the core at the centre of the planet was unstable, so the creatures created by it were full of conflict and their souls were tainted. Some believing in peace and some believing in evil, and although they didn't know it yet, but in thousands of years, the creation of these simple creatures on the planet Syndius would one day wage war on each other and lead to a galaxy of chaos. Okay, so that's part 2 of the lore. Hopefully you should see this taking place, and now, because all the planets have developed and they've got life on them, we're almost up to the point of being where we are today, but there's still lots of exciting stuff to come. I'm really loving doing this series. It's really fun doing some creative writing about the Chaos Galaxy universe, and it also gives me ideas for cards as well. As you can see in this video, I showed off a couple of brand new cards which have cool, unique abilities, but they're also related to the story, which is quite interesting. So yeah, definitely going to get chapter 3 out soon. I'll also do lore for some archetypes because I have thoughts of a load of backstories on them. So that should be quite fun. But yeah, please let me know what you think of this part. Let me know what you think is going to happen in part 3. Please like, comment, subscribe. Get hold of some Chaos Galaxy cards. Set 2, the Deep Space Discoveries, which is what this story is based on, is available in booster pack form now. If you haven't entered my competition either, then definitely check out that video too on my channel. You can win some Chaos Galaxy cards and win the chance to design your own cards and be a part of the Chaos Galaxy itself, so that's very cool. But apart from that, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.